All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. And we obviously have myself, Justin, Pocket Aces, and Hidden. And we have a special guest today. Hello, Boris. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Boris. I'm from Croatia and currently working in Ireland. I've started my crypto journey about a year and a half ago, and yeah, it was crazy. It was really all over the place. And about half a year ago, some like 7 months ago, I discovered airdrops. It was completely random. I remember I was working out. I was listening to altcoin buzz video, and at one point, the person just said, "Yeah, do this, do that. If everything goes well, you might get some free money." Free money, right? Because you have to spend some time, some energy to get it. And I said, yeah, sure, let's try. I did something like 15, 20 minutes. 1 month later, Aptos. Aptos came. Aptos was like my first airdrop ever. It was the first time I got over $1,000 just for a couple minutes of work.
That's right. I remember you mentioned that.
It was disgusting, but awesome at the same time. So yeah,
Nice.
after that, I focused full time on airdrop hunting. Spent last half years doing everything, like literally everything on the planet Earth. And Arbitrum finally made it all worth it. You really start to understand what works, what doesn't in this scene after after half a year.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
yeah, I'm
That's
really
quite
happy.
the dedication.
Thanks for having me, Pocket.
Yes. So neat, yeah. And so airdropping, obviously, for those who may not know, you're basically doing things inside a wallet, and usually there's activities you have to do. Are they different for every airdrop, or are they kind of the same?
Uh, Actually, they're mostly the same. Like all you have to do is have some on-chain activity. So you do some transactions, you do some bridging. Usually it's on new chains. So for example, for Arbitrum, you had to bridge from Ethereum mainnet into Arbitrum layer 2. Last half a year, these layer 2 solutions are popping up left, right, and center. Like they're all over the place. So that's kind of been the hype. Surely all of you know about ZK Sync.
I know it from your video. Hidden, have you heard of
I
ZK
have
Sync?
heard
Yeah.
of ZK Sync. Um, I had a couple friends try to do some things over on ZK Sync as well.
Yep.
There was a token that released and it just didn't catch my eye quite yet.
Nice. Yeah. So, and I think that's one that's you're starting now. I think, Boris, that you're kind of involved in. That's kind of your.
Oh yeah.
your
You do not want to know how many wallets I plan to do ZK Sync on.
And so with that, so I guess let's go through that one quickly, just to kind of give everybody an idea if it's something they want to try and do. So the idea there is you'll set up multiple wallets, probably using a VPS or something, so you can set them up and make sure they're not going to be linked to the same IP address,
VPN.
or
VPN.
Yeah, a VPN. Sorry, yeah, of course. So you'll set them up. How do you keep track of that?
A lot of Excel spreadsheets. But my friend, actually, Santiago from Cryptocurrency State, he made a really good airdrop application to help you keep track of it all. But since I've only come up to his channel and his application like 1 month into my airdrop journey, I already had over 20 pages of stuff in my Excel spreadsheet. So it was impossible to import all of that into the application. But if you want to keep track of airdrops, the best way to do it is his application. Unless you want to write hundreds and hundreds of pages of, well, not hundreds, but over 50 pages of airdrop stuff. If you focus on just the right ones, you need a couple pages maximum. And this is what's proven to be the best strategy so far. Focus on top 10 projects on as many wallets as possible that you can manage. So
nice. And I guess with that, you technically only have to create like one wallet for all of, or sorry, let's say you do 10 wallets. You'd only set up 10 wallets, and then you'd use those same 10 wallets for all the different airdrops. I guess unless they're on different chains or different newer chains, I guess you might need a newer wallet, I presume.
Yeah, true. So some protocols require you to create different wallets than MetaMask. For example, Kepler wallet for Cosmos. You have Argent for Starknet, which is probably like one of the main ones I'm focusing on now, because you can also do ZK Sync with Argent wallet, so that's amazing.
Oh, nice.
You should set up Trust Wallet as well. So you have Trust Wallet, and then you have also Coinbase Wallet. So what I do is you have different Chrome profiles. So you can have Coinbase Wallet, Trust Wallet, MetaMask as your 3 main wallets for every browser. So that's something you should definitely do as soon as possible, because when firms control who is having which wallet, then you would need to make sure that your wallets are old. The older the wallet, the better. So
true, eh? Because they can kind of see that stuff and kind of go, okay, this guy's just setting this up just to airdrop, and they're so some of them are getting wise of some of the tricks.
Yeah,
Nice.
like this is huge topic. Like there's so many things you have to be like mindful of. Like you don't have to be super careful about everything you do, but there's like 10 things that you should do and 10 things you shouldn't do. It's like now is not the time to go into it, because I mean, you should never do transactions between wallets, obviously. You don't want to link them up. So yeah, you should never use transaction bundler. For example, if you're funding 20 wallets, send funds separately. Like you can never send, common sense. Like
common sense, but at the same token, if you're not thinking about it, it could be accidental, and then you've kind of wasted your time or whatever. So definitely a lot of planning, a lot of pre-planning for this kind of thing, and setting yourself up for success. And probably in your case, for instance, a lot of mistakes to start off with.
Well, not technically mistakes, but in the last 6 months, I've really understood what you should do and what you really should not waste time on. Because here with airdrops, this is for your audience and for everyone listening, this is incredibly important for you to understand. Airdrops are a new thing, like only a couple of years. Crypto is new in general. Like traditional financial markets have been here for over 100 years, maybe thousands if you're looking at early days, right? Crypto is very new. So there's a lot of scams. So guys, I cannot stress this enough. Always go through official links of official channels, right? So go to Twitter, find the official links, click only official links of official channels. Official Never trust people sending you DMs and that kind of stuff. 99.9%, they're just gonna like be there to drain your wallet. Maximum careful with security, please, everyone.
Perfect. So I guess, and we kind of jumped right into it, and I'm kind of guilty for that all the time. I kind of just dive right into things. So somebody maybe that's watching this kind of going, okay, I'd like to try this out. I know I just put some links in our private chat that I think I had put in James Pelton's video that you did with him. If there's any of those in particular that maybe I should give out to start, like if somebody's starting right out and they want to learn a little bit, they want to find out some stuff, so they're not DMing you every 5 minutes, where can they start to seek this information?
I have a absolutely perfect video for that. Just a second, because my dear friend G has made a video about this recently.
Nice. Any links, put it into the private chat, and then I can dump it into the main chat.
Definitely. I'm trying to find it now in our James Pelton chat.
I dropped all those ones in in the chat. Sorry, the ones from his description I dropped in the private chat already.
Perfect. So you have the one with that tells how to start airdrops, right?
Maybe. Sorry, I'm going back to it.
Perfect. Because it is here somewhere. Oh my god. Here it is. I found it.
Okay, perfect.
I'll send you in the DMs.
I thought I had everything all set up, but obviously I didn't. So very cool. All right, I see that. So this here would be kind of your if this kind of idea and this thought process is something that entertains you or that you're interested in, this would be the way to go.
Yeah, this is the perfect starting point, because it shows you everything from like newbies to a little more advanced techniques. So
yeah, so just a little how-to guide. That's perfect. Awesome. Thank you. And hey, MG40, I didn't really say hi to everybody. Pure Wicked, as always. Thank you for joining us. No, I'm not talking about Manny, but thank you, Sergio. Yeah, we know nothing's happened yet there. Still holding my breath, but anyways. Tet, thanks for joining us. And Funny Turo is always in the crowd. Thank you so much, guys. And Kuznik just said, hello, sir. So if you're getting started, this is one way to do it. Hidden, do you have any questions? Have you done airdrops at all yourself? I don't think we've ever talked about that before. Did hidden? Hello.
Hidden is hiding.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I muted Mike by accident.
Oh, there you go.
I started through the Crypto Kingdom. They have a pretty extensive airdrop chat going on.
Oh, yes, they do actually. Yeah.
I started working on Scroll, and one other I can't remember, but Sui.
So
But Sui just kind of screwed everybody over, pretty much saying that they're not going to do airdrops after having everybody spend all that time doing it.
Oh no.
They went ICO instead, so that's always kicked to the nuts.
Did they maybe have like too many people like abusing
don't
the system, or?
I'm not 100% sure why they went ICO rather than the traditional airdrop style, but yeah. Looks like Boris understands more about it than I do.
The thing about it is that Sui was such a pain in the butt, if I may say that on YouTube, that basically they kept resetting the network, right? So you would do a task and then they would switch from testnet back to devnet. And devnet is like first, like Stone Age, you know?
First gen.
And then it reset everything. So like around January, I said to myself, you know what? No, I'm not gonna waste time on this anymore. And I'm so glad I didn't, because like when they announced permanent testnet, I was like, nope, still not interested. So
I just saw your ears perk up when he said Crypto Kingdom, Boris. So I did put the link in our private chat, but I put it on the thing. It's a really neat Discord. He's got a good little kind of. His Discord's set up so it's all kinds of different things. So if you're into trading, there's a little trading section. If you're into airdropping, there's a little airdrop. It's almost like what we've kind of started doing with James Pelton's Discord. So definitely something I would recommend you check out. He's Crypto Kingdom is quite a good guy and just seems to really want to help people in the space. So it's always good. And guys, as always, please throw some questions out there. I do see Funny Toro start us off with, and I've been told by a few people I need to read questions as they come up because some people aren't watching as they're listening. So do you cash out your airdrops after you get it, or do you hold on to it?
It always depends on the strategy that you have. Like, for example, we used when Arbitrum was dropping on March 23rd. Yeah, March 23rd. A couple days ago, we have all compared it with Optimism. Like, you have to check total value, fully diluted market cap. You have to check how much is going to be circulating supply, and you have to like compare it with Optimism, which is their biggest competitor, obviously, as the biggest competitor in the layer 2 scene of Ethereum. So we were thinking about prices between $0.5 to $1.50 for Arbitrum. So when it launched, we were mostly selling around 120, 130. But my strategy in general for airdrops in general is you always cash out a little bit early, because when airdrops happen, price always dumps.
Dump. Yeah.
Always, because obviously people get free money. Of course, they're gonna cash it out. Right? So the earlier you can sell, the better. But then after a few hours, you just, I'm no expert by any means.
Yeah.
So you just make a plan and stick to it. For example, something that worked amazing for me for Arbitrum was I just figured out we were in a bit of a range between $1 and $1.50. So I had my buy orders on Binance between $1.10 and $1.3, and I had my sell orders between 1.4 and 1.7. So that's like one of the easiest way that you can increase your position when you figure out the range approximately.
So even in your case, you're getting the airdrop, but on top of that, you're even almost swing trading it as it kind of becomes volatile as it starts and stuff to kind of create a little better bang for your buck.
So some parts you keep for your long-term bag. Some things you can like farm. There's some good farms, but it also comes with risks. But yeah, like in general, if it's some really like
you can say it. Shitcoin, you can say it.
Then you sell everything immediately, right? So, but in general, like proper ones, you want to make a good strategy and you stick with it. And you just learn along the way. This is the beauty of this field. You can learn so much. There's so much stuff to learn. Like I learn everything. I learn a lot every day. It's beautiful. Like you just
Well, and especially when you're doing this more often, you're going to get kind of a whiff. Like, so obviously, yes, if it's Optimism or Arbitrum, these ones that are common knowledge, those are going to carry on over time. So yeah, having a little bag maybe for a year when the bull comes back and that kind of stuff would be advantageous. Whereas, like you say, some little mom and pop thing where you're doing 5 minutes of work and getting a bunch of coins, you may just want to dump them right away. So yeah, no, I can see that totally. And Robert, yeah, we're just kind of going, it's almost just a generalized thing. And I did, again, kind of jump into this. But the idea was a lot of Boris was on with James Pelton. A lot of people, and I've known Boris for a little while through James Pelton's group. And he's always asked me to get into some of this stuff. And I was doing two jobs. I was doing my regular job and this. I didn't listen to any of it. And obviously, like anyone, you get a little bit of regret. Who knows if I could have put the time in, but there's money I left on the table and I don't like doing that. That's why we're here. So obviously, after listening to him talk, obviously getting to know him a little bit better on camera, I wanted to bring him on just to give people a little taste of this as we on the show kind of try and be very diverse on the different things we talk about. I know we focus on trading, but oftentimes we do digress quite a bit. And so I thought this might be a good topic for everybody to kind of get a little bit of understanding of. So thanks for sticking around for that. And Funny Chore is always great with the questions. Of the test nets you've played around with, does any network have any like standout features, or all of them pretty much ETH layer 2? So is there anything special about them, or are they all kind of layer 2s?
Well, to be honest, there's not that much diversity in the space just yet. Like every once in a while you will see something interesting, but they're mostly just scaling Ethereum, like nothing that special. For example, Scroll is interesting because it's a zero knowledge proof, just like ZK Sync. So I would maybe specify that one as maybe a tier above when it comes to operability and chains and everything. I feel like they could be great. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like they're mostly just same thing, different packaging. But the market is big enough for everyone. So I think they will all find a home somewhere. So.
Cool. Hidden, did you have any questions or comments or?
No, I'm enjoying listening. I'm learning.
Always. And so right now ZK Sync is kind of the biggest one. And with that, I guess that video again would kind of give you a little bit of an inner look. And then from there, you just create wallets and start trading tokens.
Yeah, like basically you do on-chain stuff. Like you swap some tokens, you provide liquidity. There's actually on the official website of zksync.io, you can go into the subsection which says ecosystem. So when you click on the ecosystem tab, you will open up like over 100 dApps in the ZK ecosystem, and you can use the CTRL-F, so the find search option on the website, to see which ones are live on ZK Sync era. Beginning workout. So just go to those that are live on ZK Sync era and just like do stuff there. And yeah.
So whether it's taking tokens or whether like it's basically almost like you're just playing on a blockchain doing what you do anyways, and based on you doing that.
This is the beauty of airdrops. You get money for using the protocol. Like you don't have to do anything fancy. This is basic stuff. Like just swap tokens, provide liquidity. Really easy stuff, but it's always surprising to me how few people know this or understand it.
Well, a lot of people, and I think we talked about that, or James, I think talked about it, is a lot of people are scared of it because you think that you're being scammed somewhere. So thanks, Mortified. Yes, my watch went off. I must have hit it with my elbow. So no, I wasn't having a workout. But the thing is, yeah, people get scared. People get concerned. They're not sure whether they're going to get their wallet hacked or whatever, which it sounds like. And that was my scare, to be honest. That's why I pushed back when you told me these things. I'm like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to worry about it. No. But you're saying in the most part, if you're following the steps, using the right links, and especially since, and I should have, like Arbitrum or Optimism, they were very like everybody was talking about them. So obviously there was some legitimacy to the whole thing of what was going on. And so that's where I think some of us close. Hell, let's talk about Bitcoin when it first came out. I definitely avoided it like the plague and told my brother-in-law, "You're an idiot." Like what? And I should have looked into it researched it, understood it. And if I had done that, I would have been way further ahead than I am now financially. So we all have our almost our programmed responses to things and our ways of denying something that's new and different without really giving it its chance and its opportunity to understand it. So yeah, so I get it, but at the same token, I think we need to be more in this space, especially more open-minded. But again, it's hard because people are getting screwed left, right, and center. So
yeah,
so
just keep in mind that be careful what you're doing. And, like never answer to DMs and this kind of stuff.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No DMs. If there's a DM and they're saying hi or hello, or it's a pretty girl in the picture, just delete them.
Basically.
Pretty much. So I know it's late for you. Was there anything else you wanted? I'll put the links. So basically, I'll copy and paste what was in James Pelton's video for people who watch this, so you can get those links from the description of this video. I'll edit that at some point soon. Was there anything else you wanted to get into? What is going on with my watch? It's going
I
nuts.
just wanted to cover the final steps for people who are interested to get started. So you go first, you find the official links of every project that you want to keep in touch of. So for me, my top 10 right now is ZK Sync, Layer 0, StarkNet, and then of course Arbitrum and Optimism. And then there's a couple others that you should maybe focus on, such as Scroll, Linnea, because it's MetaMask consensus is a MetaMask, and then Company, and then you also have Base from Coinbase. Like those would be a couple of the main ones I would definitely put more emphasis on than others. So once you have those, you go to their official links, you join their Twitter, you join their Discord, you start to understand how the project works, you go to their website, and then you just play around with the applications and the chain. You add the chain, you fund the wallet, and that's it. There's so many details that you have to like kind of sometimes keep an eye on, but I will leave my contacts in. You can leave my contacts in the description of the video.
Yeah, I think it had your Telegram or something on there that you had put on the thing. So I'll copy and paste that over. Like I said, for some reason YouTube's being a little bit of a pain, but I'll get that
most
for you.
important thing of all, after you are 100,000 million billion % sure that you're doing everything by the book, like safety wise, after that you need to really engage with the communities who are much more experienced than people starting on this airdrop journey. And this is where my experience in the cryptocurrency state group has made the biggest difference to me, because I was there surrounded with people for the first time in my life, because I started this in like October and I was just doing it alone. Like I didn't have anyone to tell me what to do and to help me. And then like 2 months later, I told Santiago in like, I don't know, November or December, man, make a Telegram group, make a Discord group. We need some place to exchange information, to share knowledge, to help everyone understand this better. Finally, on January 1st, he launched the Discord. And finally, that's when everything really, really got to the next level. So for people who are really interested to make a lot of money in this, it's much, much easier in the community. Sure, we have James Pelton's community, which is great, but it's only getting started to be more and more involved with airdrops. And you have, of course, my community, which has just turned into English-speaking community. So Pocket, I hope to see you there very soon. And Hidden, of course, you're both welcome. We'll be discussing everything for free. But if you want to all the knowledge of the entire world in one place for experienced airdrop hunters, make the next step and join the paid Discord group that we will also have in the description. It's
perfect. Yeah. Okay. So I've dropped what was in there already, so people should be able to see that in the description now or soon. And I agree. When it comes to any stuff in Discord in DeFi, having a community is key. I'm in a few, and they've all added value as my journey grew and as I've learned things. And when you do get specific or into specific things like airdropping, I do agree having ones that are specific to that are important. At least for some of you, I've seen it where maybe like yourself, you might bring some of that stuff to our group, for instance, with James Pelton or whatever. And I think that's great. As long as you have one person you know is kind of seeking that info, and then we share it and grow from there, it's always great. So that's awesome. Any other questions or comments? Or like I said, you're welcome to stick around. We may just digress onto some other subjects, but anything you have?
Oh, 2:30 here, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
no, I get it. You want to get some rest. So, I had one question here before we let. Hello, for each network, how many hours would you say you spend to complete all the tasks for your airdrops?
right. So usually during the week, it's only a couple hours a day, maybe like 2, 3, 4 hours maximum, just to keep tabs on what's going on. Like there are a couple Telegram groups I really like to keep an eye out because they're a source of quality information. Then I spend maybe half an hour in the Discord to keep in touch with everything that people are posting there. So I see, okay, this is interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna waste time on this. Okay, this is okay. Oh, I will explore this. So like half an hour there, and then you just do some transactions on the wallets that have not done a transaction in like this month, for example.
Nice.
But for most projects, I would say that you should do at least one transaction per wallet per month. That's
Okay.
the bare minimum.
Oh, that's
That
like
has been
nothing.
Hmm?
I just said that's like nothing. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But 5 minutes of work. But basically, you just want to make sure that you at least have one transaction per month because that was the criteria for both optimism and Arbitrum. So yeah, this is very important actually. When you are researching this, try to find what was the criteria for past airdrops, because that's very likely that is going to be the criteria for the next one as well. For example, for optimism, when we were farming Arbitrum airdrop, we all looked at what was the criteria for optimism airdrop. So it was transactions on chain, activity over months, bridging into optimism, and like, okay, they had some specific stuff like Gitcoin donations, governance, this kind of stuff. But most of the time, it's always the same. Transactions on chain, bridging to that chain, and yeah, just activity over time. Okay, so you cannot do one transaction and then hope for the
expect
airdrop.
$1,000. Yeah.
You have to simulate like you're a real user. you
Yeah,
you have to, or just be a real user, like just be a real user. So
yeah. And the last thing before I let you go, because I guess we didn't talk about that, is so what can you expect from some of these? So if you're doing one wallet, obviously your expectations can't be set too crazy, but is it can you end up with $1,000? I think that was talked about at one point.
yeah. For one wallet, you usually get about $1,000 to $2,000. So it's not bad, but like if you want to start with just one wallet, that's fine. But I started like that, and I wish I hadn't started with just one wallet. So every time you get an airdrop, this beautiful virtuous cycle starts. When I got Aptos, I remember I said to myself, why just one wallet? Why not 10? and then Arbitrum, I got on double-digit amount of wallets, and now for ZK Sync, yeah, more
Gonna
than
be a few. There you go. Nice. Well, thank you so much. And Funny Toro says it for me. Thank you for your time. And by all means, please reach out. Obviously, I do have a Discord now as well, and you're welcome in there. If anybody has questions, we can do whatever. We'll talk some more. People that are viewing, if you have any comments, please put them down below. If you're watching this as a recording, let us know if you'd like to see Boris back again. We kind of do a lot of shows just on our own, but we do invite people from time to time. And it's always nice to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I will let you get to sleep. As you said, it's now 2:30 in your place. You said you're Ireland right now?
Yeah, Ireland for the summer. Just busy wakeboarding.
Nice.
God, it's such an awesome sport. Anyway, but oh yeah, one last thing. When you're doing transactions, try to do most of them during the weekend, because obviously people want to rest, losers, on the weekend. So the transaction fees are always cheapest on the weekend.
Nice.
And there's a huge difference between paying Ethereum gas like $5 or 15 if you're doing like a lot of wallets, obviously. So yeah,
exactly.
try to do that. Okay, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for hanging with us, and have yourself a great sleep now, because I heard you're up in the morning early too. So good luck with that.
Thank you so much for having me once again.
Thanks, Boris.
To you and to Hidden and to all the people in the chat. Have fun, and yeah, wish you a pleasant continuation of this conversation.
Sure. Thanks.
Take care, Boris.
Ciao.
So how are you, Hidden? We didn't really chat too much beforehand.
I am doing well. How are you today?
I am well.
Good.
So something neat and different there. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that. Obviously, if you guys have any questions about anything now, go ahead and throw them in there. Happy
you might want to change the it's not drop shipping, it's airdrops.
I did do drop. Why did I write drop shipping in there? Thank you.
Not a problem.
Yeah, no kidding. Airdrops. I didn't even realize I'd put that on there. All right, fix that up.
Well, I guess in a way it is kind of drop shipping.
Just drop shipping of coins instead of products. So
Yeah.
there we go, fixed. It's not going to be fixed on our screen, but it is fixed on the actual YouTube video. So yeah, so thanks again, Boris. Thanks, Tet, for calling that out too. So I guess I've got some quick piece of news. So those of you that are in my Discord might have gotten involved in Voltec. We actually did finish our seed round. So we raised our 30K for our seed round. So we'll be getting into more fun with that coming up soon. I think there was a message going, and thank you, Boris. I think there's a message going out to the dev right now. I think I saw Ludo chatting with the dev, so hopefully we'll see some progress and maybe we'll be able to give everybody a little bit of a sneak peek at the website or something very soon. So we're excited for that. There's a few different things we're looking at for investment wise for that one. Obviously maybe some flex IRA, and then some bot type things. I've gotten access to some different things, maybe some prop firms. So we're going to have a very variety to it, but I'm really excited for how we're setting this one up. Did you read the white paper hidden at all? It's okay.
I did.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice. I don't know if you caught some of the same wind as I did, and thank you, Ben. Go Voltec. I don't know if everybody's really deep dived this, but I'll just give a quick synopsis, and I'll do some related videos on my own soon about it. But my really cool kind of eye opener with this one is that because we're limiting the tokens and the raise to this small amount, and the tokens are only being sold OTC, it makes it very hard to get in and out of the protocol, which is kind of what we wanted, because you want to keep the money in there and grow it. We're paying out rewards in USDT, I think. Pardon me. So there's no issue with the token there. Pardon me. But the neat thing is we're going to pay out 50% of our rewards in the token, in the USDT, and then 50% of after fees and all that jazz is going to go back into the protocol, into investments, either back into the same investment or into others. And what that's going to do is slowly rise the price, almost like a Bitcoin mini experiment, where the price will continuously go up, hopefully, as long as our investment choices are good, and create a token appreciation. And then with that, if you choose, almost like an NFT, so it's kind of an NFT token hybrid, with the NFT or with the token, you're going to be able to then, let's say it goes up to $4 and it starts at 90 cents or something, and it goes to $4. You can then sell off some of your tokens to ROI yourself if you haven't already through the regular stuff, and sell those maybe to somebody else who's like, oh, I'd like to get into this, because now our treasury, let's say, is worth 500 or $1 million at that point, right? Because our 250 goes to $1 million, token theoretically goes 4x. And you now can sell off some of your position while still keeping the same or more than what you started with when you had your, let's say, 1,000 tokens. Did I explain that all right? I babbled.
Yeah, made sense.
So that's kind of what the kind of part of the whole vibe of what this is going to be, and stuff. So I'm curious and excited and yeah, kind of fun and different. So,
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Sorry, I read on it somewhere too that they want to do like a halving or something at some point.
No. Well, theoretically, it's going to grow. So we could technically have it, or people just sell off their portion of their tokens that are now worth 4. There's a chance we could do that, or we could do I think it was more the idea would be we'd go to a V2, and then maybe double our tokens, but they'd be available at $4 a token. Let's say at that time, and then people could get in with that extra part of the treasury to now grow. It's really hard to say how we'll do that. You're right. We could end up doing a V2 where we have it, and then everybody has more tokens, can sell off micro shares of their investment instead. There's a bunch of different ways we can do it. It just sort of depends on how it goes, and how it grows, and what the thoughts are of the community as we grow. So, because again, it'll kind of start out as a smaller community, because it shouldn't be too hard to raise with 250 when we've got projects like Wolf Capital with 2 million and all this other stuff. So yeah, looking forward to the experiment. Sorry, I got something there. Anything on Flex while we're here, I guess, since it seems to be becoming a running theme on the show lately?
Not too much. We got I believe tomorrow we're going to have another quick update as far as releasing the CWR, the compound to withdrawal ratio. So the people who got in this at the last round of invites, they will have 30 days from their initial deposit. I believe they have to have a minimum of $500 in to get an invite in 30 days.
Okay, so that's how they'll do it now.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's going to be like that for the foreseeable future. Once we reach the 250 person limit, at that point, the DAO is going to vote on if they want to take any more investments. And if they do, it's probably going to be something like a minimum deposit of $10,000 plus. At that point, it's pretty much just going to be, big money coming in.
Cool.
I'm not sure if anybody here has been reading what's going on in Telegram and Discord. We bought 2 jet skis, brand new, and then Bill also has 2 others. So we're going to be renting 4 jet skis. I think he said about $200 a day. It's going to take about 3 months to ROI on that, and then we'll be in pure profit.
Or feeding the profits. Nice.
Yep.
Very neat. Yeah. So, and if you actually go into the Discord, there's quite the way they're investing is quite broad, which is kind of cool and neat. And as this grows, it'll be kind of cool. Oh yeah, you got the little wheelhouse.
That's what I was just.
Well, you're pulling that up. I guess I'll just go quickly back to Voltec. So we don't necessarily have a plan per se. We do have some things we're definitely doing right now that we're looking at. And the thing is, with the prop firms, you can put very little investments in to hopefully get some pretty good ROIs. We'll see. We want to be careful with them. But basically, we'll have some base projects with our base core, and then we'll have maybe 5 or 10,000 we'll use for different smaller things that hopefully kind of feed our treasury really nicely, to try and give us a little extra bang for our buck kind of thing. And it's not a jet ski project, but we're just talking about Flex IRA quickly that we were talking about a few times. And I'll just go to this. So this is just going through our breakdown of assets under FIRA's Flex IRA's management right now.
So we did, due to Bitcoin tanking, Bill sold our LLPs. So we're currently out of this, but we're still very much positive. So we're waiting for Bitcoin to restabilize. Then we're going to get probably back into the different tranches. I don't know how the hell you pronounce them. We
got out before the drop.
Yes, we got out before the drop. He saw it coming. He sold and got out. So we're just holding USDT. We got a little bit more Ethereum now. We're at 1%. We bought DBZen, about 44 of them. That's given us, I believe, 0.03 ETH a day. Our MX wallet, we're continuing to grow through trading on MEXC. Mm-hmm. We're putting all of that into the different airdrops that we get, and that's turning out to be pretty profitable as it is. Another 5,000 or 6,000 a week from that.
Nice.
Our Myria nodes are doing very well. Again, our CDUs, we bought two new ones. And to touch on your worry, Ben, he's fully insured. They're going to be signing waivers, everything like that.
The usual setup for anybody doing this kind of business. Like, he's got a lot of business savvy, Bill, anyways, right? Like, he's got companies, corporations that he's run.
Yeah, he's got dozens of companies that he runs at the moment. Then we got into Zen. I'm sure if you're in Discord or Telegram, you've seen some of the screenshots. It's projected to do like an 8,000% increase over time, so that's going to be ridiculous. Bill went on a tangent. Was it yesterday or day before with his trades? Ended up making over 60,000 in trades.
Well, and he did really good today too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like insane.
And then this is our year-to-date returns.
Well, crazy.
Just so everybody understands, we started at like 40,000 in our asset
Yeah,
fund.
well, it was like the 30 of us, and then
Yep.
bumped up pretty quick, even with the 30 of us. But it definitely,
we did over 100,000 in 2 weeks. Between 30 of us. As you can see, we've paid almost $45,000 in dividends. We're almost at $400,000 in total assets. And, I mean, 0.5% a day is.
yeah. I was just gonna say we've been doing. The average has gone down since we've opened up so many people, but he's doing a lot of. Little bit of hedging and long-term bets. So right now, yeah, our average is kind of dropping, but the overall effect will be quite huge when all these things kind of come to fruition, really, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're starting to get into the really long-term stuff now, when prices are very low. Next bull run, you're going to see that asset under management at least triple, if not quadruple.
Yep. Very, very cool. Just going through, see. So, Corman said this is a little just digressing for half a second. We haven't done any Alchemy trade stuff right now. I probably won't talk too much about it this week, but I will. I'm actually off work for a little while, so I'm going to be getting myself set back up so we can go through this, because I do want to bring it back to this a little bit, even if it's just the start of our show kind of thing. Go through Alchemy trades, go through my bot kind of thing. Pick a trade together, or with Hidden's advice, whatever we would decide to do with it. But I do want to get back to this. How is V5 going, Hidden?
Good. Last I heard from Alky is pretty close, about a month or so away, I'm guessing. Not 100% sure, so don't hold me to it. All the issues that have suddenly popped up on V4 are not an issue on V5.
Those are still going on, eh?
Yeah. So what happened, we think we figured it out, Serge and I. We noticed about the time PancakeSwap went to their V3 farms, we were starting to have issues with our confirmations. And then we noticed as well that Avalanche, Trader Joe's, changed something to do with their pools as well with the Joe token.
Yeah.
And that's causing a whole bunch of confirmation issues as well. Unfortunately, at this point, I believe Alchemy has decided to focus more on V5 than trying to troubleshoot V4. But it's just, that's how business is. You gotta focus on the future more so than the past.
Yeah, gotcha. Which makes sense, and then so sooner or later it's got to kind of happen. So, which makes sense. Let's go through. So, is Voltec doing prop firm farming? So we are talking about it. I've tested a couple to help out another project that I was in, where some of my profits are going to be going into helping that. So we thought maybe we might do a little bit of that with this project, only because it takes so little money to go in, and if you find the right people to do your trading for you, it can be quite profitable, because you're putting in, let's say, $1,300 and you're trading with $200,000. Yes, there's fees and some of your rewards get reduced, but because you're trading on so much more money, you can do pretty well. Have you played with those at all?
No, I was just going to ask you what's prop firm farming.
So basically, well, I don't know. I can't really say what farming. I've never thought about that, but I guess it technically, if you're using a few different prop firms using the same trading style, you're kind of farming more and more dollars, because some of them you can set up like 3 accounts. So of $200,000 each, you're actually trading with $600,000 of other people's money, because it's all like a pool of money, and then you trade with that money. So it's a neat way to use limited capital and get far better returns because you're trading with these larger amounts. But so yeah, we're playing around with a couple of them. I've set up one so far, and you have to go through phases, because they're usually Forex based, and you have to go through phases. So over whatever bot or person is trading for you, they need to get a 2% return within a couple of days, and then they have to do like an 8% return, or 8 and then 5 or something like that, to pass these phases. And once you pass the phases, you can start trading with the money. What other projects using prop firms? Are y'all trading with crypto 24/7 firms? So the ones I've seen so far are Forex, but I'm not opposed to doing others. It just depends because you have to make sure you have either a good bot or a good trader doing it for you. And I'm not that. We do have a couple of things anyways in the dockets for Voltec. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can kind of do with that to create another neat little income source. Oddly enough, when we started talking about it, both of them today, there is some similarities. For Flex IRA is definitely, he's on a league of his own. He's obviously going through a lot more diversification than we're going to do, but we're going to use what we have and the knowledge that we have to kind of grow a small bag for people ourselves and try and see what we can do. So I'm looking forward to it. Nice. I think Ben was asking how you see the trade. So there is I think everybody can have access to the trading Telegram, right?
So the free call is different than what Bill posts.
Oh, okay.
It's the same general idea, but Bill was just doing it on a much larger scale.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So if you want to see Bill's trades and so some of those same trades is what he's using, then do you guys have a live thing for the trades for Flex, or is it just?
We're working on that. Okay. Bill wants to do like a private for members only live stream, and it'll show his MEXC account and then all the different trades and stuff like that.
Like we're doing for a little something else, you know about?
Yes. I didn't want to say.
That's okay. I don't mind kind of doing it like that. But yeah, no, that's awesome. Okay. So let me know if he needs help with that. So yeah. Sorry, Kevin. Yes, bribes can be given, I'm sure, to us. When you said there was some more referral codes coming out, are those going to some of the OGs, or is it just going to the new ones that come in?
Yes, the OGs are going to be the first ones to have it because we deposited about 2 weeks before anybody else.
Gotcha.
So we'll be getting ours 2 weeks prior.
There you go. So there's some more coming out. So Kev, I take bribes. Mostly, I just need to know you're going to put lots of money in, so I get good. And I think I'm assuming there's still some by the count that I'm seeing. There's probably still some outstanding, but people just aren't finding somebody yet, I guess, for them, eh?
That, and a lot of people are being very selective about who they're bringing in.
Yeah, which is what we want, truly. Yep. And that's a good thing because that kind of just helps keep it sustainable, keeps it kind of tight community, which is awesome.
Exactly.
Hey, Scott, thank you. I appreciate you too. You're always coming by to say hi. And then Bill's Trade Live. Yeah, I know. I agree. I must admit, I can't thank you enough for getting me into this one because it's been a nice little. I got also extra lucky, which made it even more awesome. But it is a really neat protocol that I think we can all benefit in the long run with some pretty darn nice benefits. So. I guess digressing a little bit on some things that I've been going through. I'm trying to think. Some people have, and I'm sorry, I think I've recorded my 1K wallet challenge 3 times now. And just certain things have kind of thrown it off where the information was not what I needed it to be or whatever. So I will get back to that very shortly. There was a little bit of a hiccup after I recorded it the last time where Stable Invest, which is one of my table legs, is having a little bit of an issue. The good thing is it's not an issue where they're rugging or anything. These guys, founder, I guess you call him, has been quite good and open and transparent with me. He actually showed me live trades as well as sent me a video with the place where it's being done kind of blacked out. But he showed me live trades. So this is a real legit thing. Unfortunately, he's only grown. His TBL is really low because he hasn't done any marketing or anything. So there was a little bit of a mix-up. What the bot basically screwed up, from what I understand. So some money was lost. He said he's going to fix it up because his TBL is so low, it's not as expensive for him to kind of get everybody back. But the problem is his TBL is so low, it also makes it really hard for him to earn the money back. So it'll come out of his pocket, I guess he said, potentially. So I'll do a video about all that. And I've added a new leg, which I've invested into, but then had to re-record the video. So iBots will be added to my table. And so we'll be up to technically 5 legs, but obviously with Stable Invest, hopefully getting at least my initial back if I need to switch to something else, or hopefully he finds a way to do it. And I will stick by him because he's been so transparent. And then obviously PGV, we don't need to get too much into that, but hopefully something happens with that.
9 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah. So, but is that midnight my time? I think our time.
Yep.
So I don't even know what to say to that anymore. It's such
At this point, it's just getting hilarious.
Oh, it's hilarious, but also sad, and like all these people that are going through so much hardship right now, it's just heartbreaking. And I mean, I've had them in my DMs, and I'm not kidding when I've had people in tears in my DMs, and it's not nice to watch this shit. And he's just dragging us through such an emotional roller coaster for some of these people. I mean. We all say the words, right? Only invest what you're willing to lose, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, he grew so much trust because of how long it lasted. And because it went through iterations where he paid people back. There's lots of speculation. I get it. He might have used some of it as Ponzi-nomics to go to the next contract, all that shit. And who knows what's right or what's real or not. We don't know. I mean, we can speculate all we want, but we don't know the facts. So anyways, that's as far as I'll go with that one right now. Sorry, where was I? So yeah, so there's that table. So we'll have to figure that all out and go from there. Yeah, okay, sorry, I didn't realize I could have thrown that up, I guess, earlier. So yeah, exactly, Pure. So yeah, so it's just a really unfortunate situation, and I feel so bad for some of these people that have gained too much trust, or maybe follow him, because there's people that have followed him from other projects that have been with him for a year and believe in him and believe what he's done. So they got over leveraged where they put too much money than they should have probably into it. So it's just very unfortunate, heart wrenching to see what he's put people through, and I hope that it's not all for nothing. That's my biggest thing, and this is what I've said on the Discord a few times. Is like, I can't see a human being evil enough to bluff their way to this point with no real as a bluff, for lack of a better term. It would be just so crazy evil. I don't even know what the words are to describe it. If he brought everybody through this with a bluff that he doesn't have the money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's also hard to believe that he has $60 million from a loan. I mean, it's not, but whatever. Anyways, I don't want to I've already babbled about this a lot more.
Capital is 3% cash back marketing.
So there's is that what? Oh, they keep doing those, eh? They do those from time to time where they do a little cash back. When you deposit, you get 3% cash back, I think, on it. I forgot that they did those every so often. On deposits. So they bring those in as kind of feeders, and technically, so GGO, I'm not going to sit there and defend them to nauseum, because we all know how things can happen with these projects that promise these. And that's one big thing I had with Wolf Capital, is the fact that they put in a static reward system instead of a variable one. They have lowered the returns now to 1.5%. They also had a really good week. Like, I think they did 21% this week, which is just insane. So I believe they feed those things from over capital, like earning more, and from the taxes. So theoretically, if that is what is happening, then it is reasonable to think that they have the money to do that. But I totally hear you. I wish they'd keep away from those kind of marketing techniques that kind of just scream Ponzi. But they're things that work and bring in new capital. So I get why they do it, just as long as they're doing it responsibly. Sorry, Hidden, were you going to say something there?
I was just going to say it is completely plausible to have something like that sustainable. Level Finance, I know we showed everybody about that a couple of weeks ago. Their referral contract was hacked today. They ended up losing like $1.8 million or some shit that. Their treasury is like 10 times that. And it's really not going to affect Level at all. If Wolf Capital can get to the point where their liquidity is so deep that given 3% cash back, what's $30 on, 10,000 or.
Yeah, it's very minimal at that point. Yeah, no, I hear you. So that's what I mean. And that's the thing with this stuff, right? Is it's hard to, it's easy to draw conclusions based on limited perspective, but it's also, we've been shown time and time again that some of that stuff doesn't work. But it just depends on the situation, and we have to look at each situation in its own. At MT40, well, I guess I'll throw them up there, but obviously, yeah, the madness is insane. I don't want to dwell on this too much. We don't have too much time left because I don't like going over the hour if we don't have to. But I agree, it's just crazy. He's gonna pay people back. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard. Apologies, I'm late to the game. Would you please provide a link to Flex? So there's no real link we can provide right now. Well, except for the Discord, I guess. Are we good inviting people? So I would recommend my Discord, because some people have offered their links through my Discord. So I got to plug myself while I'm here. And I have set up my Discord, so I will give a link to that right away in the chat, and it is in the description of the video. And then on top of that, I will obviously drop Flex IRA's one as well. So basically, me and Paul Dutton have set up a Discord called Crypto Clarity. I'm looking forward to doing some branding with that and stuff. I think we're going to have some fun with that one. Hopefully create a really good place for people to come. Even a lot of the PGB people have started kind of coming in there to kind of have a place away from all the FUD and all the negativity. I mean, the Discord bothers me in a sense only because it's just become a place for people just to throw up memes of Manny and just get pissed off 24/7, and that's not my jam. I totally get it, but at some point it's like, come on, guys, move on. Not move on. Sorry, that's a poor way of saying it, but you know what I mean. Just let's do what we can with what we have right now and go.
Don't dwell on it.
Yeah,
dwelling on it, you're gonna only hurt yourself.
Drive yourself nuts. Shout out to PGB refugees. Thank you, Rick. So yeah, so the first Discord is my Discord, so I do appreciate if you guys want to come on by if you're not already there. And then the second one I dropped is for Flex. So in Flex, when you get, I helped kind of set up that Discord. When you get in there, basically with Hidden, and Hidden did all the work. I just helped with a couple of little things. When you get in there, you'll get a role, and you'll be in kind of the, what do we end up calling it?
Level
referral request. Yeah, we didn't go with Meat Locker or nothing. Come on.
No.
So the referral request channel, that's the channel for the free people to go in. You can kind of just say, hey, I'm looking for and if you happen, we've seen people walk in there and just sort of go, hey, I'm looking for a referral code. And 2 seconds later, somebody's like, I got one. So we don't necessarily want to chill. So if you are not, and I guess Hidden, you want to say anything about this? Because we really are wanting, and you guys are really wanting real investors.
Yeah.
6-month lock. That's a good thing to mention.
So what you got to be in a long-term mindset. There's a 6-month lock, except for if you have an emergency and you can show proof of the emergency. However, even at that point, if you withdraw your money before the 6-month lock ends, you will not be able to rejoin. We have absolutely no qualms with refunding people and kicking them the hell out if you cause problems in either Discord or Telegram. This is a very small knit community. We have a lot of trust in Bill. He's probably one of the most upfront and transparent people I've ever met. And that says a lot. I mean, especially in this space. Mm-hmm. But yeah, also keep in mind to get referral codes going forward, you got to have a minimum of $500 invested. That doesn't necessarily mean like first day you put up $500 in, but within the 30 days you do have to have $500. That's about it. I mean, be ready to be here for the long haul. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. I appreciate it, and that's what I want to be, because I can talk on nauseum about saying that stuff, but it's nice to put you in the driver's seat for a minute, because I sometimes don't do that as much as I should. So yeah, no, that's perfect. Thank you. And so yeah, so if you guys want to come along, like I said, my Discord or theirs, definitely reach out if people are there. Try not to obviously shill it. We don't need to go, hey, code every 5 minutes, but it's been really good. I haven't seen anything too crazy, actually anything crazy in there at all. So it's been managed well. Yeah, just going back to PGB one last time. They are, some of them are ridiculously funny. Some people have quite the sense of humor, but it is toxic as Yeah, and I don't like being mad 24/7. And I had to step away. I was not mentally well for a while, which is not easy for me to get to. I had taken time off where I took a month off work to kind of just see if I can do this full time. And my first week was literally just 24/7 PGV, and I was not working on what I needed to work on. So it got pretty bad. And I basically said, I got to walk away for 2 days. Like, I can't do this. It's not healthy. And I think other people need to do the same, unfortunately, but it's hard. It's hard to step away when you got life savings in there, or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars kind of being held hostage. So I get it. Should do swag. Yeah, we'll see. So it's oddly enough, actually, I ended up doing and I actually really liked it. So I jokingly, I put what is that called? That midnight journey? No, it's the AI stuff. Mid-Journey bot.
Mid-Journey, yeah.
Yeah, so I stuck that in there. I'm going to see if I can share screen on this. I got to find my one. And it did a really good job of a logo for me. Obviously not perfect, but where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can open those in browser, make it a little easier. Oh, that's way too big. There we go. So yeah, so I came up with a pretty cool little logo for me. And it did things I never even thought of. So I put in Crypto Clarity logo or something along those lines, or PFP or something, and it kind of came up with this stuff. And I really like the one where it almost like ends up being like a compass for guiding and stuff. So I want to take some of those and maybe do some stuff with it, but we'll see. Or even this one's like a map and stuff. So just something fun and different. Maybe we'll do swag. Who knows? Right now it's still young, and we're just kind of just playing around with the idea and seeing what we end up doing. Any other questions, guys? We're kind of up to that hour mark. I do appreciate your time. We kind of, like every time, I feel like we're gonna have nothing to talk about, and then we just end up babbling for an hour. It was nice to have Boris around to kind of help with that a little bit. And anything else you wanted to get into, Hidden?
Not at the moment. No.
Oh, there you go. Flex IRA is on BSC. Yeah, you're basically putting in, is it USDT?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you put in USDT, you get back what's called FIRA, which that token has no value, no store of value, I should say. That way it cannot be considered a security. Oh,
that's true, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's kind of a side benefit to how we did ours then too, kind of, because it's not an NFT. That was the other thing we wanted, where Voltec was kind of like, I'm like, dude, if we can avoid doing the NFT but give the NFT feel, it would be kind of cool. And that's kind of what we ended up doing with Voltec. So that's cool. Awesome. Yeah. And no problem about quarter mile. I love doing this stuff. I did miss last week's, and I apologize, but what was it?
You enjoyed your birthday.
I enjoyed my birthday. That's right. It was my birthday. So I ended up taking the day off. So I'm sorry, guys. You can just yourselves. So yes, I took that day off and enjoyed some time with the family and stuff. So it was really good. But I do try not to miss them. I know I've missed a couple, and it's been usually me. I think Hidden one day I used them as an excuse, but I think I was already calling you to say I might cancel when you were moving. But other than that, I do try and do these because I do appreciate these. Mondays, I will tell you, was the wrong day for me to choose this, though, because every day I'm dragging my butt on Monday night at 9 o'clock, kind of going, crap. But I do appreciate all of you and do enjoy doing this when we get going. I just sometimes have to kick myself in the arse to get in here.
Yeah, I hear you now.
So MG40, so I don't know if we were clear on that, because you might have come in at the wrong time. So you can't deposit to that without a referral code. So these are, Flex IRA is a very closed community and closed setup. If you know you're going to put in like 30,000, let me know, and when I get my referral code, I'll give it to you. But basically, yeah, it is a closed one up. So you're going to need to find somebody. That's why I say you could go into the Discord and ask if anybody's got a code, but you will need to find somebody who has one. You got one off Discord. Oh, all right. So head by the Discord, and Hidden will give you a hand right now. It could be that the code has already been used, though. Keep in mind. So if it was posted a while ago and they didn't give it directly to you, it could be that it's already been used and you can't. So just keep that in mind.
Exactly. One-time use.
Yeah. Oh, hey, somebody just said, did the payout go out now for Flex?
Yeah, just went out.
Ooh.
You want to live stream it?
I could. Everybody's gonna know how much money I have in this thing.
That's
gonna
up to you.
That's fine. I think I don't really care. I don't really hide this stuff. So I have a fair amount. And full disclosure, I got really damn effing lucky with a
lotto.
Yeah, and unfortunately for me, unfortunately for everybody, it was the first lotto, so it ended up being the biggest one because the other one I think was $1,000. You guys see my screen?
Yep.
All right. Come on. Wallet not. Ledger. Oh, I'm on ETH for some reason. Why am I on ETH? I'm never on ETH.
Ugh.
I think I was looking at Neo has some NFTs, but I didn't get a chance to finish them off. So 45, so that's good. Yeah, because I think I was averaging around 30 to 35 bucks. So it's a good little bump up for sure. So every day I come in here and I compound. I'm going to compound this tomorrow just because I already compound once today. But yeah, for any of you who want it, so it's USDT. You have to approve and then deposit. The issue is you do have to have referral codes. So I have none left. So don't bother me. But yeah, so they kind of add up. But yes, I've got a nice little. This is one of my this is my biggest bag in DeFi that I have. I put in. I went in pretty heavy when I started with this one as best as I could, all the money I could find, and then got really lucky with the lottery, which last one was 1319. I think mine was 30. What is it, 3,600 or something? So I was. Yeah, I don't think I've ever won anything in my life, and that was. I can't say I wasn't pretty damn. Oh, there you go. Ben even knows what I got. Geez, no better. But 3,600, yeah, was insane. So that was pretty darn effing amazing, and I will appreciate that. So I'm huddling all that. I basically am compounding till I get to 10K since I'm so close now, and then what I'll do is I'll start a 4 deposit or 4 compound and 3 withdrawals probably. After that, because that's what you're saying is the best way to do that one for the benefits.
Yeah, it was a 4-3 or 5-2. I'm probably going to do 5-2, just 5 days compound, 2 days of withdrawals.
Yeah, I could do that too. I don't know, because I'm already going to be at 10 now. I don't know. We'll see. Without withdrawing. So yeah, so yes, you can compound without withdrawing. So basically you're just on the DApp. There's the compound dividends here. So that's what I hit daily right now. And then you can withdraw your dividends. So you can keep this in. You don't actually withdraw. It used to be the old DApp. I think you could withdraw part of your thing. Oh yeah, you can withdraw deposit. Can you do part? I'm not going to do it.
No, that's locked for 6 months.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's right too. Yeah. So then after that, I can start pulling some out if I wanted to. But really, this is a long-term play for me. I am a hodler at heart, and so I look forward to seeing this go. And especially when I trust wholeheartedly, I trust Hidden 110%, and then on top of that, because of his trust in Bill, I trust Bill 110%. Plus, he's a newfie, isn't he?
Yep.
So I trust him even more now. Once I found out he was a newfie, because most of them are good people. I do have to get out there and drink some Screech or something with him sometime. But
what is Screech?
It's a newfie rum, but I don't think it's actually made in Newfoundland anymore. So it's kind of garbage. But so yeah, it's called Newfoundland Screech, and it used to be kind of they'd get the barrels up from other countries that made rum and then mix them all together and make their own rum with it, with what was left. So yeah. Who's Bill? Bill is the founder, creator, messiah of Flex IRA.
Yeah.
He's, I don't know how much, do you want to give a quick synopsis on him while we're here? Sorry, we're babbling on now, but.
Real quick rundown. He's got at least 12 businesses in the real world, most of them being construction. He's got well over $10 million worth of assets that he owns himself, and he's really just a fucking awesome guy all around.
Nice.
You go in, you show him respect. You know, he'll take you right under his wing, and it's just he's one of a kind. To be 100% honest with you.
Nice. They breed them up in Newfoundland, actually, a few of those types of people, but they don't always have this kind of stretch like he has right now in this space. So, so awesome. And I guess that's about it, guys. We've kind of been babbling, but we've gone through a bunch of things today, more than I thought we'd get to. If you guys have any questions or any people you want to see on the show, or if you have anything you want us to make sure we talk about, do make sure you come on by 9 o'clock Eastern every Monday, except for when it was my birthday. And other than that, I will leave you to it. Anything else from you, Hidden?
No.
All right. We will
have a good night, everybody. And remember, not your keys, not your money.
Well, there you go. Or send off